This podcast is sponsored by Qube Gallery, the premier art space in Cebu City. Established in 2013, Qube has been working hand in hand with artists to bring their visions and diverse forms of creativity to life. And this month's exhibit at Qube is Faces by Cebuano artist Khriss Bajade, curated by Raymund Fernandez. This exhibit will feature assemblage and figurative abstraction artworks. The exhibition will run until June 18, 2019. For more information, send an email to info@qubegallery.ph or send a message to facebook.com/QubeGallery. That's QubeGallery. Qube Gallery. Chris, congratulations again. Woohoo! This podcast is also sponsored you by Destination Specialists. They're one of the longest standing travel agencies in Cebu. So, for all my travel needs, I go to Destination Specialists, the travel agency that delivers happiness. I wrote that. They have two branches. The first one is located in the upper ground level in SM City, Cebu, North Reclamation area. They're above the food court. And the other branch is in the second level of the Banilad Town Center. They're above Dim Sum Break. And for all your travel needs, head over to Destination Specialists. They're easy to work with, fast, and if you don't have the time to plan your trips, to do every little thing, to have a good trip, then contact Destination Specialists. You can send them an email at destinationcebucorpo@gmail.com or send them a message at facebook.com/destinationspecialists. Let's get to the show. Welcome to 032 Conversations, the podcast where we talk to creatives, see how they live, and how they do their work. I'm your host, Carlo Villarica. One of the problems with the internet is that it gives us too much of what we want. For example, Facebook. Generally, I personally try not to spend too much time on social media. Like I have on my phone. So my social media is in this folder labeled anti-social because I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with social media. A lot of what I do is social media based, but we got to figure out what are the advantages and disadvantages of social media. So I've gotten sucked into the vortex of Facebook and Instagram before. Facebook in particular is so good at it. Their algorithms are crazy. Like you might log on to Facebook and then I don't know, maybe you want to send a message to a friend or something or post something, and then you go to the feed and then you just scroll down once, and all of a sudden you find yourself scrolling down over and over and over again. And then at some point, just right before you think about not stopping, just you're gonna do something else, continue work, whatever, then there's a video that comes up and it's funny and it's a meme. It might be a meme video or a basketball video in my case, or I saw this video. Yeah, this was yesterday. There was this video where these guys basically, I think the title of the video was "Never Say No to a Dare," and it was a compilation video of these friends just doing these dares. The guy would say "Feel at home," and he points to a fountain. And then the guy, public fountain, and his friend swims in the public fountain. Or the dare will be get a tattoo of the name of your ex-girlfriend. And then they get a tattoo of their ex-girlfriend on their ankle or something. So that was 5 minutes of my life. So Facebook is super good at that, right? But at the same time, social media, the internet, in general, is a place where you can get a lot of really good, useful content, really good advice, really good stories, inspirational stuff, knowledge, wisdom, name it, it's there. Personally, I think podcasts are an incredible way to do that. I've learned a lot. Like I listen to Pete Holmes a lot. Pete Holmes is like this comedian. He has a section in his interview where they talk about religion. So that kind of skewed the way I look at religion. I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan. He's like her. There's so much random knowledge there. There's Tim Ferriss on Tim Ferriss in particular. Like really influenced how I work and think. So there's so much there. So there's a lot of like good things and bad things. One of the weird things that I've been spending a lot of time on the internet is I've been watching a lot of like cycling videos on YouTube. And it's weird because I've learned a lot. I learn a lot about cycling through YouTube. But there's also a huge chunk of videos that I just watch because I don't know how to say it. Like it's like, you know how like food porn, like if you can't eat the food, so you look at like pictures of the food, so it's like food porn. And then to me because I can't go cycling all the time, so I'll watch videos of other people going cycling because I wish I was riding, stuff like that. And then it's really a lot of time in a way wasted. So I don't know, man. The internet, it's weird. Like it's so important how we use these tools. Like that's why like especially the internet. I mean, think of the internet as a tool, and there is a good way to use it and a bad way to use it. That's why when I make this podcast, I try as much as possible to learn something from my guest. Because if I learn something, then most likely the person who's listening to it, you, the listener, you right now, sitting in your car, stuck in traffic probably, hopefully you learn something as well. So like, for example, over on Instagram, at Zai, she shared an Instagram story. It's a shout out to Zai, ZAAAAIII. So it's a weird Instagram handle. Anyway, she posted about the Jacqueline Oy interview that was posted last week. And she said, like, I listened to the interview on my way to work, and it was such an eye-opener. And then, quotations, stop consuming, start creating is now part of my life motto. Because that's something that Jacqueline said in the interview. And it was really cool that somebody listened to it and got something out of it. So that's, I don't know, man, just a long way of me saying that the internet, it can be good things, it can be bad things. Hopefully your internet habits, social media habits lean towards things that are making your life better. So speaking of little life tips or like internet tips or digital age tips, I didn't know it was going to go this way, but my talk with Michael Anthony Curan had a lot of that. Now, I know Michael Anthony Curan from back in the days when I used to play in a band. I would see him around. He played a lot of the same gigs we did. Of course, I knew him more as The Difficult Stranger. That's his musical persona. He always had a stage presence. I for whatever reason, he's not. If he's on stage, he's not somebody you can ignore. You kind of look towards him. But that was the feeling that I got back in the day. But even though I don't go to as many gigs today, he still resonates with me because for some reason, speaking of Facebook, like his Facebook rants or his posts, his opinions seem to stand out to me. Like I'll scroll it and then sometimes he'll post something and for whatever reason I end up reading it and it's always something I think about. I mean, not always something I think about, but like after I read it, I end up thinking about it. So I find myself reading him a lot. Mati! I'm here! I'm here, buddy. Sorry about that. I had to go and get the baby. He woke up from his nap. Matty, say hi. Come on. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, anyway. I'll be holding him now while I do the intro. So yeah, so Michael Anthony Curan continues to resonate because for whatever reason his Facebook posts manages to stick to me. They resonate with me. So I thought he would be a good interview, and he did not disappoint. It's because it turns out he has a lot of little, I don't know, I don't want to say advice or tips and tricks because that would kind of like belittle it, but it's kind of just like stuff that he does to live in this like digital age, because I think he admits, and then he admits to having how a lot of us probably have a problem with social media in general. Like sometimes there's a bit there in the interview where he used to just rant online, and then he had to find a way to stop himself from ranting. So yeah, we talk a lot about that. We talk a lot about music, obviously, because I haven't seen him in a while, but I've since learned that he made a name for himself and is one of the guys behind Chainsaw Records. They've been organizing gigs, producing music, and they've got a stable of up and coming musicians. Learned a lot, and it was a good way to rethink my own little habits with the internet. Before we get to that interview, if this is your first time to listen to 032 Conversations, please subscribe. We have a new episode every Tuesday. You can find us anywhere. You can find podcasts, Spotify, podcast apps, anywhere, or even on YouTube. So let's get to that interview with Michael Anthony Curan.
Why singer? Nga kunuhay man ba? Hindi ko it for a while.
Kunuhay. Yeah, actually, akoan ka lang na I always say nga ka lang na ay singer, songwriter, close open parenthesis, kunuhay, because I realize magud nga, if you are a kanang professional songwriter, magud, you show up every day, you have something to write. Ako I can only write when I'm kanang kung feel nimo ba, or if you're inspired to do something ba. But karon lately, ako na siyang kana kuan gina-rectify nga dapat makat-on ko og kanang ma-discipline akong self bitaw nga, like every weekends magsuwat jud ko regardless of kung sa imong feels, regardless og ang kanang resulta is nindot or bati, na mo show up jud ka na ba, like every Saturday, example 9 a.m. magsuwat jud ka ba regardless og kung sa imong na feel. Kay kuan magud kung magsalig ra ka nga ma-inspired ka, or kung sad lang ka magsuwat ana, ang mahitabo magud ana kay ang imong songs is more or less the same ra og topic ba, whereas kung imong i-train imong self nga makabalog ka mo, like mga professional songwriters bitaw nga kabalog sila mo suwat og tagaan sa topic, makasuwat sila na. Or dili lalim wala nga, it takes kanang discipline of practice.
Dili lalim gyud.
Wala pa ko ana nga level.
Because I think the thing is, if you don't give yourself a schedule to create stuff, no, in general, in this case music, songwriting, but like kana art in general ba, it's mahuwat lang kag for inspiration, no? Ang tendency, and one of the possible murag pitfalls for that is that if it's possible nga, if you only create when you're inspired, months go by and wa kay
output, wa kay
yeah, so problema kana. So that's why I feel like if kana sakto na, if you have a schedule, even if it's just once a week, good, because you've had daghan na kay kag songs.
Actually, like kami sa Difficult Stranger, we have kanang 2 albums man. Plus we have an upcoming karong later this year. Ang katong sa mga first 2 albums, most of those songs were newly written, except for sa first album na ilay duha nga murag gikan sa katong time nga tukar pata. And then sa second album kanay usa. And ang reason sa ana nga nga na-appeal na sila is because our guitarist si E-Boy ganahan siya to nga songs. Anya ako di ko ganahan sa lyrics na, because at the time we're cringy bitaw. So that's why I have to kind of rewrite sa abang parts sa songs kay para mura siya kanang current paminawan ba. Sa current kanang kuan.
No, because kanang if it's old, I get what you're saying, because like if it's your old work, old art, you're you're over it, like mana.
Yeah,
Especially if that was maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago, and then ang lyrics pagod kay nagbasa ni mo murag kanang kanang murag kanang kung sinuwatan sa una nga murag teenager style.
Oh yeah, angsty kayo, ano?
Angsty and wrong grammar.
Well, because we know each other back in the days that katong my band used to play music paghihapon.
Yeah,
no?
Rescue Hero.
Rescue Hero. Nya, I don't know, but it's funny how many people that like short stint nga nag-Rescue Hero me. Daghan kay kuno kaila through music.
Oh.
No? Most of the people, even in the podcast, most of the people that I kanang interviewed in the podcast, the ones that I knew before, I met through music.
Hero,
yeah. Is that the same for you?
Yeah.
But you're not even from here, diba?
Yeah, I'm from Bohol, and then dire lang ko because dire ko nag-college, and then eventually dire ko nag-work. But during that time, so Rescue Hero days, college pa ko ato.
College pa ka ato?
Yeah, excuse me.
Ano ba?
Yeah, college pa ko ato, and then kanang naay during that time, ang ako dili good ako ang main artist. I was playing for Andy Calope.
Yeah, Andy Calope.
Because at that time, although tigsuwat-suwat na ko, and then ganahan sa ko nga mo-perform by myself, pero wala mo ko nakita ang banda that time. Ang nakita ko si Andy, and then si Andy, ganahan man siya nga, kanang na siya ko yung performance ba, so start ni acoustic, and then eventually keyboard. And then
because Andy used to play like kanang solo stuff also.
Yeah, solo stuff, and then ganahan siya full band, matungan na ako, si Jeriel, si Warner, o si Noy. So eventually nahimo siyang Andy Calope and Friends. Yung mga to nga katong nga grupo kuyog with you sa kuan.
In Rescue. I always thought that you had your own solo thing off the bat.
Yeah, naasa ko solo thing, pero di siya ingon og anak ka kanang consistent ba, murag kanang kunali open mic. Sa outpost pagid.
I don't know, baby. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I remember you in particular kay kanang when you're live on stage ba. Murag na kay persona. Kagets kay you're not like a regular regular performer and murag tukar na ta niya, kanta niya. That's it, like murag you really stand out in a way. I don't know how to explain, but honestly, it's also been a while since I've seen you play. But like I assume it's still the same. Nga murag na kay like stage presence.
Yeah, okay. Ganun ako during that time. Aside sa akong original songs, I used to cover like Hank Williams, Bob Dylan, mga country and folk ba. And then I don't know if you can remember ka ni Carl Lopez.
Yeah, Carl Lopez.
Carl Lopez. Mamato siya ang tig-cover sa mga Bob Dylan sana. Na-inspired ko niya nga. Kaya at that time, ganahan nagyog mga yana. Pero di lang ko mo attempt sa stage kay weird man siya god. And then when I saw Carl singing Bob Dylan and Woody Guthrie ko nga, nindot nila, pwede ra di ay. So, ning follow sa ko, pero dili mga ingana niya ang akong style. My style was more of kanang country music. So, Hank Williams, George Jones, so yan nga style ba.
Yeah,
I'll
be honest with you, I'm not very familiar with country music at all.
Yep.
That's a
along with my
genre
original songs. And then during that time, I haven't found my voice pa. So what I did was, instead of singing in my own voice, akong i-emulate ang mga country artists ba. So that's why siguro makaingon ka unique siya, because instead of singing in my natural voice nga gamiton ako sa akong pagkanta karon, akong kinantahan sa una kay pinakatong na one down and then murag kanang nasa ka lang pagka murag si on stage ba nga dili gud murag I didn't take myself seriously bitaw.
That was the fun thing though for the time katong like especially with Outpost kay murag it did have this vibe nga you could kind of do anything you wanted.
Yeah.
Especially certain nights kana let's say walay event murag tukar lang.
Nights lang, yeah. Or bisag na event after sa event.
Oh yeah, after the event.
Pwede ka mo kanta dito. And that's actually a good thing kay sa una maulawan jud kayo ko kanang during I think nakaabot pa ko lang time during Andy Calope and Friends nga ikatulo nga banda ang Andy Calope. The moment nga nalang ikaduha nga band sa stage, mamugnaw na ko kay kaya kay maulawan pa ko because that was my first kanang band gid sa Cebu nga na murag serious nga band ba. So di ko maulaw ko mo-perform, maulaw ko mo kuan. And I realized nga I noticed sa katong during sa Outpost nga kung magsige kag tukar-tukar sa stage, somehow, like, after, di ba, 5 songs mo nakasagaran, and then the first 2 songs mo pagkag mahadlok, and pagka third song, marelax na
Magana
ba?
nagana gamay.
So I realized nga, what if, instead ko ma-practice ko og kanta ato sa balay, ato bang sa amin, what if mag-practice ko sa stage, bahala ka nga lang, wala tao gud ana. And the only way to do that is, like sa Outpost, magabiin, alas 12 na sa gabi, humana ang gigs, pwede ka magkanta solo, acoustic, or during open mic. So mo to nga, every time na open mic, tukar, sa Outpost, kung mahumana ang gig, nga, hawan ng stage, na gitara, oy, pwede mo, tukar, na usam, usually sa una, kay namdam ko sa una, I can still remember, si Ensoy mo to, murag, mag-jam-jam, solo, ako, after sa mga game, sila ni Zafra, o kisa pa tong uban, kaya, hindi ko man nila, kay, hawan na gitara, na may acoustic guitar na butang sa stage, sabi ko, pwede mo tukar sa kanta, sige, tukar, and then eventually, murag na, dito na hawon ako ang confidence mo na karon magbaga na og naong karon.
Well, kiba ka important kay I think currently, di ba wala may venue nga naay kanang
open mic?
Well, just drum sets, instruments on stage ba? Kanang gibilin lang kanang owned by the venue?
Handuraw,
ana gihapon.
Handuraw Mango o White Gold.
Can you still do that? Does it have that vibe there in Handuraw Mango?
Sa Mango is kuan usually karon sa Mango kay schedule naman, like na gig yana, and then until 12 o'clock naman sa taman.
Mo ba?
Unlike before, before sa Gorordo nga,
You can
hindi
just
ko man
go.
sa gig, si Makoy, kumalang gig sa Rescue Hero, din sa Makoy, mapalayon pagtukar acoustic until mag-close ang kuan.
Kaya to niya.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wala na kayo na ron, no?
Yeah, wala na.
Because, well, I forgot who I was talking to. Because, well, he was talking about Draft Punk. Kanya, nindot siya nga venue. But one of the challenges with that venue lang is you have to bring in the instruments.
Oo.
So, on a regular night, if like, or humana ang event, or walay event, wala gyud manukar kay wa pa mo, there's nothing there ba? Like, you can't really just pick up a guitar or go to the drums.
Oo, dili.
Yeah, in fact, I remember I've repeated the story a few times, but like one of my most memorable nights in Outpost was after an event. Si Jai walked in, no? Jai and a drummer ba? And then he walked in with his friend, nga bassist, and then they just started jamming. Kanang improv. Narami nga tos bar, gatanaw. And then si Randy Pajes walks in, sees them, uy, kalingaw, goes back to his car or whatever, gets his guitar.
Ayan.
Yan, ano kaya sila nga to?
Ayan.
Oh, niya. Muragwa na kayo na,
Yeah,
it's hard to get that environment na ba?
I don't know, pero sa akong nebawaan murag so far karon murag walay bar nga you can do that na karon.
Yeah, it would be cool if that came back. Kanang so where did that because you're one of those guys by for me nga murag who really live and love music ba?
Oh.
Where did that come from? Were your
Actually,
parents musicians or?
No, my parents dili gid sila musician. In fact, ako ang papa o mama di gid sila kabalo manganta, pero fast sila og music. In fact, akong mother has this sizable collection of vinyl and cassettes sa una, sa bata pa ko.
Oh, okay.
So, dito ko na learn because wala mo ko ning agi kindergarten, dito mo ko grade 1. So, when I was kanang preschool nga age, naro ko sa balay. And then ako ang lola, ako ang kuyog. And then, rather than play outside, ato ako sa sulod, magpatukar og either cassette tapes or katong 7-inch, 45 RPM. Kaya katong mga LPs kay off limits man. Kaya katorang mga gagmay nga plaka ang pwede.
Valuable kayo ang LP.
Yeah, and then lisod na og mabuak ba. So
Yeah.
katong mga stacks of kanang 45 RPMs mo pwede play sa katong portable sa turntable pang bata kuan ba. And then mo to kung linga mag play sa turntable or cassette tapes until eventually murag na-develop na ko gid ang love of music to the point nga di ako to one time, I don't know if it's true, pero mao ni balik-balikon og istorya sa akong mama nga nangadto dami Tagbilaran before kay we live in Alicia, Bohol man, it's a small town. And then gidala ko one time when I was 4 years old sa Tagbilaran, and then pag adto sa Tagbilaran there's this kanang kaya ako ang parents kay daghan may plaka ni Elvis Presley, so familiar ko sa naong ni Elvis. Pag adto sa kanang record store sa Bohol Quality, there's this kanang display of Elvis Presley nga plaka ba. Di pa ko mabasa sa una, pero pag kita daw nako sa picture ni Elvis kay di jud ko daw kumuhawa atong lugar kung dili paliton ang katong plaka.
Oo ba?
And then matagi paliton nga plaka. I think the title of that, I forgot the title of that album, pero nato siya song Reconsider Baby o Merry Christmas Baby. I think murag blues compilation to ni Elvis, mga blues songs ni Elvis gi-compile sa RCA Records. And then, when I was 7 years old, pasalamat kayo kung na-discover na ko 99.5 RT. I don't know if you familiar ka sa una power station 99.5 RT. It was a rock station before. And then...
Wala na day sila run.
Napa, pero...
Lahi na
yeah, it's more of
programming.
Top 40, yeah. And then, 99.5 RT is a rock station before. And then every morning, natoy ka ng Pinoy-rock show ni Kapedro. So... Diha ko at first, diha ko nakadiscover kay kaya pa na mag-tune lang sa radio ba. And then sa una, FM is more on English man, diba? Pag balhin sa channel sa FM, ang timingan man nga, ang natungnan is, nag-istorya si Kapedro Bisaya bitaw. So, murag, na-curious kay, usually, basta FM sa una, ako mindset English man. So, kato Bisaya, so more siya AM. So, na-curious ko, sumatang yung murag, steady ang station dito. So, after ni-story si Kapedro, yung playing music, rock music, so, murag na, somehow ako ang young mind, murag na inganyo ba? So, since that time, katugod nga FM station, malagi tayo pabilin dito. So, dito ko na-discover mga Eraserhead, si Yano, and then, after sa Pinoy rock, kay, ito mga foreign rock na dayon, Weezer, Green Day, o katong uban pa, Stone Temple Pilot. And then, eventually, murag...
How old are you now at this point? Mga...
7, 8, kay hinamdong ko na grade 1 mo, grade 1, grade 2. So, that's like 7
you got
or...
into music early,
yeah,
ba?
8. So, after that, nakahinamdong pa ko ang, when I was in grade 2, di ba naman ay ka ng, naman ay sa elementary, naman ay ka ng exam bitaw, like achievement test, ana. And then, tapulan mo ko magtuon sa una. Kanang murag, wako interest ko ba? Magiging ko sa mama nga, kung mutap ka sa achievement test, simple achievement test grade 2 nga, makatap ka na test kay tagaan ka kanang palitan ka tape, ano daw. So, murag na, kung ano kung
ganyo ka.
Oo, ganyo tape. So, practice ko basa.
Pero, because, you have grabe makikag CD collection, di ba? Or music collection?
Yeah, actually, nag-start good ang kanang CD when I was in high school. Kuan ka na mag-save, i-save na akong allowance para makapalit CD kay mahal din ang CD sa una.
Yeah.
Pero ang kana ko ang collection karon is that was actually nag-start na siya pag college nga murag nag-anam down ang price sa CD and then eventually kanang naanay online ba. Hindi ko naka-discover ko og online sellers.
So you have mostly CDs.
CDs and vinyl.
How many
sa CD karon kay di ko ka-count but I think lapas siya og 2K because
2,000 CDs?
Okay, because osama siya ka-rock good sa
yeah, I've seen pictures
wall ba.
Grabe ang imong collection.
Pero ang vinyl nako nga ako agyod is just around 200 something like that.
It's still a lot, ba?
Ako mama mo
Grabe sad.
Ako mama kay kanundong ko sa una I grew up katong murag dili na off limit ang na mga LPs. Dik na kahinundong ko nato yung Eagles, I think The Cure, and of course mga Elvis Presley and kuan.
Her collection's still there in Bohol.
Ang sa ako ang mama nga mga plaka nagyapon dito.
Yeah?
Oh, hindi lang ako on direct kay di man niya pa da.
Oh, shit. Wala kani, what's this? Like kanang considering that most of the music is there now on Spotify and
yeah, actually kanang I don't know lang it but for me Spotify is like a radio. So, 'di ba? Sa una may naka-radio kung nakaganahan kay either mo record mo paliton ana. Karon iala sa ko like Spotify. I have Spotify and then kung na mga new albums ako gid ang paminawon. If naay something nga ganahan gid ko, ako na siyang i-save, kanang i-click na mo tong love, katong heart ni and then i-save. And then ako nang sige balik-balik ko kung ganahan jud ko ng particular album ako nang pangitaon online nya ako gina siyang I don't know nalag kay craving bang
you want to have the physical copy.
I want to have the physical copy ako yun ang paliton that's why even locally kung naay mga artist nga mag-release og album like karon ang Forgetful Bob kay nag-release sila new album.
I saw, is that the one, the Sayonara?
Yeah, Sayonara.
It's good.
Yeah, ning ana jud ko ni Doms kinamin naman ko sa Spotify. Nana ko Doms, reserve ko og one copy gila kay kuan gud kanang mukuha jud ko.
I-release naman nila to Spotify, di ba?
Yeah,
but they don't have like a physical yet.
Yeah, pag kadungog gina ko sa Spotify ko duta ni
It's good.
Yeah, ni message ko Doms kay Doms. Kuan ha kanang na reserve din ko ha because ganahan kay ko sa inyong album.
Asa na nila gi-record?
Wasa ko kabalo asa nila gi-record.
Sa Cebu na. Actually, I've never heard of them.
Cebu, yeah, there's Cebu.
I think I only found out about their music kay si Ate Shaq.
Oh.
She shared it. She shared it. Kanang ang caption kay really good. I'm like, oh. So I gave it a shot. Ni Murag, oy. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Kanang siya, it's like kanang, it's also like now nga music ba, but more like kind of rockish also.
Actually, katong namina ko, especially track 1, I think Joe masiguro the title. Ana ko nga, this sounds like kanang Midwest emo without like late 90s emo katong.
It's a little bit, but it's also, I feel like it's also quite current.
Quite current, yeah.
Oh.
So ko nindot ni siya da kay kanang kuan gid ba kanang especially the arrangement sa songs o the way pagka himo sa kung mo gipaminawon nga kanang ang mga licks sa guitars kay gipanuhan gid ba.
Yeah.
Yeah, dili gid kay ngilog basta lang mo na niya or gi-arrange gid ba.
No, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, that's the thing with Spotify that I noticed nga murag like sometimes you just at first when Spotify came out like usahay mo musuhay ko paminaw like playlists.
Oh.
But I realized nga you don't have the same connection to the artist. You get what I'm saying? Like kanang when you're growing up ba. Hey, when you have this album.
Yeah.
Minaw ka sa whole album and then you really like or I don't know why for me to me it just becomes this more whitewash in a way. Nga you just listen to it and then like, oh, that's nice. But you're in the middle of something and so you can't really like unsa man na
Kaya makafocus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like ako karon whenever I'm listening to an album, dili man kay especially kung kanang paminawan gyud ako, I don't listen and then magbasa or something ana. Kung maminaw kog album, ako gid siyang paminawon and then akong basahon ang liner notes, akong tutukan ng album cover and then basahon ang lyrics if na lyrics. That's why si E-Boy amo ang gitarista usa ay matinga siya nako nganong kabalo ko nga kaning especially kung mga solo artist kay mga sessionist may lang panggamit ana nga musicians. Matinga si mga tanan na si E-Boy na kung anong kabalo ko nga ang kaning ang gitarista ani nga album is the same sa gitarista ani or ngano ang producer ani the same ani. Ay ko nga wata siya asa gikan po ko nga actually ang rason nga nung kabalo ko ana is because whenever I listen to an album, ako gyud basahon ang liner notes. Ever since high school pa ko, murag cassette pa gito sa una. Especially sa una nga kanang nakos bukid nagpuyo and then makapalit lang kag tape like duha ka tape sa usa ka buwan. So kanang duha ka album sa usa ka buwan balik-balik kon kada paminaw tadpan nga masag-on na ang mga songs ba.
Sus ka to sa una ba even me like in high school kay CDs were really expensive.
Yeah.
Are they cheaper now?
Karon kay
450 man to sa una.
Relatively cheaper. Actually wala na may CD baligya aron sa Pilipinas in terms of record store, wala na may record stores ron. Pero na yung mga online sellers, ang katong mga import, mahal-mahal gyapon because import man sila. Pero there are a lot of used CD karon nga brato na lang like 200, 300. Ang mga new albums may murag expensive gyapon kay
450 gyapon ana.
Lapas pa gali kay orderon man nimo from outside.
So it became more expensive na noon.
Oh.
Yeah, because at the time I remember being a kid, 450 mahal kayo, but ang cassette tape 100, 120. Ana, we're kaya kayo. So like I remember having like a suitcase of tapes. Unya lagi na yung bay, nakaaning album. Uy, pakuha ko ba?
Pahulan niya, di na iuli.
Kaso naman to ang akong Green Day. Pumaya na ba? Wala. Gone are those days.
Karon kung naay maingon nga, pahugma ko na ba, understood di kita nga, ayaw na lang nga pawain na lang nga pangayoon na lang. Hindi na kita mauli.
Yeah, but like, if you just want to listen to the music, it's mostly on Spotify. But I'm sure you have CDs or songs that it's in your collection that's not on Spotify.
Yeah. Actually, lately, I don't know kung kailan ka ng bandang Atonic, di ba?
Yeah.
Ang ilahang vocalista si Emerson Hart, na siya solo album. So far, ako niba, duha yung solo. And sa iyang ikaduha nga solo album, ikaduha nga album niya is, there's a song called Marry Me. And then, ginahanta ko nga ginagyan ko Spotify playlist ba? Ginahanta ko ibutang to siya sa akong playlist ba? So, mato akong gi-search Emerson Hart. Pagtan-on ako, it's not there. Ang ikaduha niyang album is not on Spotify. So, nara siya sa ako ang CD na exist.
Yeah. Well, pero you're The Difficult Stranger, it's not man sa on Spotify, no? Or you have like one lang?
I have one song sa Spotify katong Illusion.
Yeah, you don't plan to put in your what's this?
Kuana, nag-release na sa mo ang album karon ang mo ang third album. Kay na-found out mo nako nga it's 'di ba when you can upload a song on Spotify kailangan ka og mag-distributor without like CD Baby or TuneCore, and then it's quite expensive. So
how much is it?
I don't know, pero murag I think $20 or
per
song. Not sure sa per song yun. Kay katong sa Illusion actually ang akong gigamit nalimot ko sa tipangan sa kuan nga akong gigamit ana, but that was actually free.
Mo ba?
Nalimot ko unsa
to. Na kay free trial or something?
Dili kuan gito siya. Naagito siya kanang distributor nga pwede ka maka-upload sa Spotify, free. Nalima ko unsa to siya nga kuan, pero ako na siyang gina-discourage because what if managhan ang stream ba? So wala kay
because with CD Baby, TuneCore, and then I've talked to a lot of other local artists or musicians, they have, if it becomes a hit song, it becomes real revenue.
Yeah, it becomes. Plus nakalindot sa CD Baby kanang murag siya, they work like a distributor, so they would really promote your music sa depende sa imong gibayaran, depende sa imong naay kuan nga kanang
what level package you're gonna get ana.
Yeah, so they would really katig paminaw mas ako si The Baby nga podcast kana ilahang DIY title nilang podcast, because the vice president sa marketing alang si The Baby is actually the guitarist of the band Small Town Poets. So, muna more interested sa kuminaw ba kaya gitarista ni sa Small Town Poets. Small Town Poets is a Christian rock band sa late 90s. They sound like June Blossoms. So,
amo ba?
So, mo ni siya gitarista sa kanya.
So you get like a lot of industry type news from that podcast.
Wala nga, murag na interested ko na minaw sa ilaha. Every time magisgot sila about related to gyapon sa CD Baby about sa ilahang kanang sa ilahang style pag-promote sa mga artists ana bitaw.
Yeah, okay. That's a nice thing now with aggregators, diba? You put it to like TuneCore, CD Baby, and then sila na mubutang sa Spotify, sa iTunes. They list it on YouTube, I guess. So like if somebody, let's say, this is my understanding, from talking to other people. Let's say I use it on a vlog. Then YouTube tells the publisher or whatever it is, if na grabbing of views, you get a portion of the revenue. It's all wala na sa at least when I was still in a band, wala na ba? Murag it was very difficult to find an avenue to get income ba.
Actually sa una katong 2008, 10 years ago, murag wala mo sa Spotify, di ba?
Wala.
And then,
I think wala good.
Yeah, na YouTube pero
but people weren't really uploading music on YouTube. You notice? I mean, they would upload a music video.
Yeah, music video.
But now you have like
stills kanang
or kanang lyric videos
or even stills ang album cover lang na.
Yeah, bitaw. Kato sa una murag wala. Now it's becoming like a real source of, which is great for the average musician ba, for the average artist, 'di ba?
Oo. Especially kanang mga indie artists. That's karon ang amo as a Difficult Stranger, we're uploading it on Bandcamp. Kay like last year kay nakaginansya Miss Bandcamp enough to print t-shirts and buy kanang guitar equipments for E-Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Kay kuan man sa Bandcamp man god, nakalindot sa Bandcamp sad kay if na kay niche market nya imong imos lang direct diha nga kuan mo download yun sila. And then, sa mo kay style ka, pay what you want man. O, bayad sa sila. Ginagmay na good, pero consistent ba?
Yeah, so even Bandcamp, because Bandcamp was there na before.
And then sa Bandcamp, na-notice na ko, murag gamay ra ilahang percentage nga
Kuhaon. But I wonder if the strategy is to just be everywhere na lang good.
Oo. Pero malagi ang sa Spotify mong god, ang ako ang gikuan is murag mas expensive ba sa Bandcamp free ra ba ka mo?
Oh yeah. There's money out from front to be up there in Spotify. Pero for your third, so when's the third album for Difficult Stranger?
Hopefully kuan karong mga October November, because right now we are recording man at Gark Studio. So right now we have
another one.
Yeah. So right now we have 6 songs nga na-record na. So upat na liko lang. Yeah. Kay actually ang process sad na mo paghimuan ni is di pa siya ingon og kanang naay suwat mo na niya. Ang among styles ani is we tried to write daghan nga songs ba para nakapilian bitaw.
That's a smart way to do it.
Kani or ay bati man so kanina lang ala bitaw. And then naay ang style mo gud nako kay right now sa banda duha mi nga songwriters, ako og ang gitarista namo si E-Boy. So ang mahitabuan na is whenever I have a song, akong isend niya siya na bahala nga mo-arrange ba. Kay mas ganahan mo ko sa iyang sensibility good. He had this kanang ability nga maayo siya mo-arrange bitaw. So na-notice man ako nga mas better kung siya akong pa-arrange yun. So once ka na ko yung song, akong ihatag niya. Iya din ang i-arrange. Iyang i-present sa banda. So
like the finished song already?
The finished nga arrangement iyang i-present sa banda nga. Mao ni ang arrangement, mao ni style niya. Ang among drummer, siya na bahala nga mangita og mo kuan sa iyang style ba. Kung ganahan mi, i-keep siya or kung murag na something sa mangita na sa ways nga kanang monindot siya. So jaman gyud na siya daan. So that's why before me mag-record, among jaman daan ang kanta para inig-record. Alis kabalo na kasi mong buhaton ba.
How'd you describe like the music of Difficult Stranger ba? Like a little bit of
kuan ang among music man good is para nako is mahog man siya nga more of pop rock. Although we describe it as power pop, pero not all songs has this kanang power pop style man good. So generally naargi siya sa mahog siya nga pop because kung imo siyang i-strip down naman siya pop sensibilities ba.
Naman say kay mga like slower acoustic-ish.
Yeah. Actually when I write a song, I write it in a way nga kanang pina-country ba. I write it like a country. I kanang compose like a country song and then wala ko i-present ni E-Boy and then i-arrange ni E-Boy so walahi na siya. Kay banda maya, di man sad pwede kung banda niya. Imo harang gusto may kuan dapat man sad kanang collaborative gid ba.
Yeah.
So ang influence ni E-Boy, yung influence sa among drummer, si Pancho, yung influence sa mga bassist, si Gargs, ma-inject siya. So, that's why nga, ang mga songs, muragi siya ka ng medyo aggressive, nagi ka ng murag rock edge ba. Pero, basically, parang ako, ma-describe yun ako ang Difficult Stranger music as just plain pop or guitar pop. Yan na, guitar pop / power pop.
How many years have you been playing music under Difficult Stranger?
Kuan. Actually, we started with E-Boy in 2009 as kanang duo pa may acoustic duo. When I'm not playing with Andy Calopi, mato ko tong sideline ba. Pero dili to siya seryoso ra kay murag kuan naman. And then in 2015, gitawagan ko ni E-Boy balik nga nanda na siya nakita nga drummer and guitarist mag-form daw magbalik. So, since 2015, late 2014, na-form as a band and then pag 2015, naka-release mi sa mga first album. So,
that's pretty good. Like almost
4 years me as a full band.
Yeah, so almost once a year na may album.
Yeah, almost once a year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Kuan kanang na ay yeah, kay 2015 ang first album and then second album was 2017. And then third album karon 2019.
No, pero so you guys release all that under Chainsaw
Records.
Records.
Under Chainsaw Records.
So explain Chainsaw Records to me. So we are now in the. Somebody, is this the recording
This is,
studio of
yeah,
Chainsaw?
recording headquarters.
The recording headquarters of
Yeah,
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw Records. Actually, Chainsaw Records, it started by Glenn Alonzo, the kanang siya gud ang founder sa Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And then nagsugod ni siya as kanang mura og home recording ba? Kanang home recording, and then ang yang pang record kay katong mga kailan nga banda. And then pag abot nako kay gi-introduce man ko sa Chainsaw through E-Boy. So pag abot nako naka mura og kanang nakahuna mi ba nga what if kanang ato ni siya expand as not just kanang recording but also kanang production bitaw. Kay during that time man god ganahan ko nga mo gig. Oy, ngita tag gig. And then what may invite na mo og gig. Iko, di ba pare ko sa una kay sayon to sa una kay may mag-invite og gig karon wala may mag-invite.
Mo lahi mo gud ang music landscape murag.
Karon wala may mag-invite og gig. So mo to nga nakahuna mi nga what if magpakita na lang magpagig. So mo to nga actually it was thanks to Bobby
D.
Yeah, Bobby of Sunday. Sa iya ako una ningutan nga bay kanang naay nakakaila nga bar nga pwede may makagig ana. And then murag iya kong gi-introduce sa Muse Bar before katong dito dapit sa Mabolo, and then na-close siya. And then next na yung introduce is headquarters. Dito gyud sa headquarters ning Bloom kay pagka sa headquarters na amigo man ako si Sir Paul o si Sir Eric. And then because of that mura og na consistent siya ba si Sir Paul nga ana siya nga Mike basig na pa mo laing basig ganahan pang pagig next month or kuan. So di ko realize nga ingan na rin magpagig di ay ma-approach ka sa ba.
You didn't so you had no idea.
I have no idea. Ingan na rin pagig di ay. Sa mo to kanala ko sunod nga asa kag Sanduro no? Yeah. Mato ni ana sila nga ko sa Sanduro kay mo ray approach si Miss Zara. Sa mo to nga message ako. Ngotala ko ni Andy Calopi because si Andy katig pagig mo na Sanduro before. Nya mo to nga message ko Miss Zara nga pinala pa ko nga Miss I was referred to you by Andy Calopi. Alam bisag wa ko refer ni Andy.
Well, I remember man ni organize mo ka gig before sa Honduras.
No, that was Andy Calopi's gig.
That was Andy Calopi's gig.
Yeah, ako lang nagda because wala man si Andy ato. Iya hagit nga schedule.
Yeah, anyway, I remember kay
invite ka ato.
You invited me to play
solo.
Onya, honestly, sige, this was years ago. So, you invited me to play to play a gig. Then I remembered honestly I didn't want to do it yun. As in, di gyud ko ganahan kay kuyawan kay ko. You know, I'm very comfortable in a band setting, and just playing the guitar, and kana, that's it. Super comfortable. Wagi ko'y problema, no? But then, when you put me on stage by myself, with a microphone, and then a guitar, out of my comfort zone, kayo ko ato. And honestly, I think it showed good when I played, pero, kanang, I wanted to do it, kay, it's one of those things ba nga, you wanna challenge yourself, no? And I was like, na naman nga rin. I mean, sige, let's, I mean, you probably don't know because you sent me that message, and then maybe for weeks, kanang nagproblema gid ko. Like it was in my head the whole time. Well, I didn't invite any of my friends. Ana, I just gonna play. I think I only told Steph, she's now my wife. I only told her. She's the only person I told, and then I didn't want her to tell anybody else, and she ended up inviting some of her friends, but like me, wagid ko I was so scared. So kang Andy to.
Yeah, kang Andy to siya nga gig, and then wala man si Andy sa matong ako ning dala, but wala jud ko idea kung ako gi magpagig, wala jud ko idea kung unsaon sa mechanics ana bitaw. So naka-idea lang jud ko ana recently na gyud. And that's thanks to Bobby.
Yeah, kay kato last time ta nagkita, I ran into you in Ayala, and you said you were organizing some gigs, diba? Yeah. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, karon pero karon kanang kuan dili na gisyengon og kanang every month because nawala namang headquarters, and then we do it in Honduras na lang mostly. But like this next week nami gig with an Australian band, Agamas.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh.
Yeah, sa Draft Punk. So, yeah, hopefully successful siya because it's on a Tuesday.
It's always hard, those weekday gigs.
Yeah.
How did you get that Australian punk band?
Actually, kuan ka lang na ay, dire na sila last year. Ang nag-invite nila is a production from Mindanao. And then, mura og, ang taga Mindanao nga production, mo ang approach sa amo ba? Nga magpatabang. Kaya ilang ipingat is just the venue. And then, just the venue og kanang na ay, more organized dito sa Cebu nga area ba. So mo taning tabang mi last year dito sa Handuro to siya nga event last year. And then karon na sad is this in collaboration with Cebu Hour and Pawn. Yeah. So
Napa din ng Cebu Hour, no?
yeah, napagyapan.
Wow.
Cebu Hour and Pawn Records.
Yeah, and Pawn. Yeah, Pawn's new though.
Yeah, like new. That's Eric's new venture.
Lagi. So how has it been, man? Kana organizing these gigs?
It's
Kana,
good.
like, what's the reception like? Because I know that since the last time I've been playing, the local music landscape sort of has changed a little
Yeah.
bit, no?
Karon
There's a lot more music, different styles na gyud.
Karon ang nakalindot karon is accepted na ang different kinds of music. Di ba sa una kay mura man to kung imong style of music is lahi kay murag
Lahi gyud.
good murag ka lang weirdan ang mga tao.
Actually, ang problema to sa una is daghan kay gigs, but there were so many gigs of the same type of
yeah, same
music.
type of music.
So I remember, like, sometimes you probably had this experience also, like masod ka gig nga murag hardcore, or let's say like super metal nga gig. So like I remember one time, I'm blanking on the name of the band, but we played this gig, like the band ahead of us was super. It was Campbell, and then after that, kami dayan.
Actually, that's how I noticed Rescue a Hero. Kay I forgot kung asa tamo na nakitaan, but kato nga line up kay ang uban nga banda ato is medyo saba sad ba. And then here comes Rescue a Hero, si Makoy, and then at first magud kay ang ako ang na ay impression ato kay wow, Death Cab for Cutie nga style. Nya wa ba ingala sa Cebu at that time.
We love Death Cab for
Yeah.
Cutie, by the way.
Wala ingala nga style sa Cebu that time. So mura kog na impressed ba nga nindot nga banda da. And
Well,
then,
it's easier to stand out if everybody is doing the same thing. All of a sudden, like among style ato sa unang murag bay, mas hinay mo gyud ta by far. So good na lang ta with our like slowest song.
oh.
No?
So mo to nga murag ni stand out gyud siya na ganahan sa kog Death Cab, ganahan ko sa inyo style. Samot na katong when McCoy played, I think Jelody and the title nga pinaka-country sa style, tang tang. Ano, wow, nindot ni nga iko. This is a nice band. And
Yeah, McCoy was good. Pero like, so how is it, man?
so karon nakalindot karon kay accepted na ang different genre, and then daghan na sa mga production nga nagpagig nga. In fact, there are a lot of productions nowadays nga professional good ang ilahang na ay approach to gigs ba, like for example Tututango Records.
Yeah.
They have this new thing called Grit for rock music.
That's new.
It's very
Grit
nice.
music.
It's very nice. Nindot kayo siya nga kanang concept, nindot kayo siya nga approach. And then there's also Pawn Records, and then there's basta daghan sa amo ang aside sa Chainsaw, ang amo ang gi-focus gyud kung magpagig mi is usually as a kaning Chainsaw as a platform for kato mga banda bitaw, like mostly mga punk rock bands o mga hardcore bands nga kanang naay maglisod og sulod sa lain nga production ba. So we want to give them kanang kuan murag platform kay para maka tukar sila ba. So man among ginabuhat sa una. That's why sa una halos every month may magpagig sa draft punk kay para lang naay venue ang mga punks o mga hardcore, because during that time man god mura og nasa mga production nga nasa mga hardcore bands pero naay ngihit ba kay during that time murag ning uso magdutong mga medyo slower style of music with indie folk, something like that. So mo to nga ang amo as a Chainsaw more on the punk side. But because ako personally ganahan kog indie rock, ganahan kog all kinds of music. So gradually akong gi mag-invite ang kato mga banda nga lahi og style kay para na variety ba.
Bitaw.
So I started inviting bands from Bomba Press or from like Hey It's Your Birthday or tatong bang banda ni Bobby, and then I started inviting kailan ako nga songwriter nga walay banda nga solo lang ba, yeah, mga punks, hardcore, and then all of that. So next set kay acoustic, and then balik na sa dog tama yan na bitaw. And then kaya akong purpose mo gud ato is to introduce different kinds of music to different audience bitaw.
Like new music.
To a different audience kay para ma-unite bitaw. So mato nga sigog invite of mga different bands. Dito na ko na meet si Wes.
Yeah, Wes.
Yeah, okay. First nakamit mi ni Wes through kanang gig sa Bomba Press sa Muse Bar. Kana kadungan magtukar sa ilang banda, Cosmic Kid. And then ganahan mo ko sila music. Matan the next time na ay gig on Change, ako silang gi-invite nga. Bye, play mo dire ba? I like your sound. Ilang sound is different man sa current lineup sa Chainsaw. So nindot siya nga variety bitaw. So karon, fast forward sa karon, kuana if magpagig mi is kuana siya kanang naay variety na gid siya. Pero amo gyud tamas may mo gyud i-prioritize to mga banda nga, especially katong mga baguhay pa or kanang naay dili kayo active. Naman sa mga banda gud nga naay kuan para nila is feel nila is kanang naay kuan pa sila ba? Naay mura og I met this one band nga ako invite niya mo sila nga Emerald di sa may monokar bike murag bati pa man among tukar ana. So ako encourage nga kung di ka motukar bike di gina ma-improve yung banda kung sige na mo jam kay lahi naman ang jam good kung like naka sa audience, or as kung imo i-present imong band sa audience, maybe sa first yung performance is dili maayo, second performance dili maayo, pero at least
gets better.
Yeah, it gets better. At least ma-improve ka ba niya, ma-hone sa imong confidence.
Lahi are good, like if you're in front of people, playing in front of people, like going back to that my first solo acoustic performance, kuyawan kay ko. Yeah, but since then, I mean, I haven't done many performances much at all, but I feel like I've gotten so much better at it. But I remember the first time, even just playing guitar in front of other people in an audience. It's nerve-wracking good. And then it gets easier, but it's always you're always a little bit nervous. Like I remember we had a gig once in Outpost, and then I'm playing guitar, and then I look at the table in front of us, and then it's the I don't sakto ba nilang band name, the Stallions of the Burning Church mo ba to? Sorry, but
something like that. Yeah, kadungog ko na banda. I think si Qube ba Dave something.
I don't know. Like I actually don't know them, but they would play like prog rock metal. And yeah, I remember the guitarist sa that band murag grabe kay siya kamayo, like kanang murag
shred good, no?
Like, yeah, like, kind of master guitarist, good ba? And then I'm there playing my little licks, and in my head, kamurag, why am I even playing guitar? Kind of what for? This guy's there watching me play. I'm like, I don't know, ba? Ganun murag akong confidence ni Obos, but this is already like, we played like a lot of gigs na at that point, but still, you get to those moments, kamurag, why am I here?
Actually, nakafeel sa ko ana every time motokar ko gig or even just watching gigs, and then like for example sa kanang bandang related sa amo like watching Vincent Echo. Wow, ni Dutang Vincent Echo.
Vincent Echo is so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like pamina ko sa magkanta ni Vincent Echo, magkanala ko, why am I even writing songs?
He is so good. Like for me like live.
Yeah,
one of the best singer-songwriter kanang solo performers. One of the best that I've ever seen. He is so good.
Yeah, ako sa the best good. In fact, kung ako ang i-rank there sa Cebu ang top 3 artists na kung ganahan yun, number 1 good si Vincent Echo. Not just because his kind of music is my kind of music also, but stage presence, song lyrics, tanan niyang aspect as an artist, nindot gyud kaayo. And then Kersley Potter and kuan kasi pangatong usa ka Mary Anchit.
Oh, Mary Anchit is good too. Who's the second one?
Kersley Potter.
I don't know that, like local.
she's local. She's from Chinzo actually.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
I'll
but
check her out.
kung siya before ukulele. Part na siya sa
okay.
kanang ukulele Cebu something before. And then nag-release siya og new album recently.
So Yux ano yung gamit when she plays? Or
Karon kay combination ukulele and guitar. And then
yeah, like I remember kato watching the Vincent Echo gig. Unya, unassuming kay siya stage presence, but it draws you in.
yeah.
Kanang it draws you in good. Like in between songs, like murag, you know, kang kalmar kay siya murag ana. But once he starts singing, murag kag
Yeah, ma-pull sa
mapul gid ka, grabe.
Yeah, that's why like first actually nakakuha ka lang like watching Vincent Echo kasi nga why am I even writing songs? but then also I realized nga Vincent Echo is Vincent Echo.
Yeah.
And me is me. So we're different people. So na siya own, nasa ko own. Pero ma-inspire lang ka ba like to watch him nga nindot kaayo. So ma-inspire ka to do and strive to be better.
Yeah. No, I think in the end a lot of us we play music really it's for ourselves more than for other people. Especially the ones like you. You've been at it for so long na, 10 years plus. So people like you especially, you know, you don't do it because pasikat-sikat lang and you genuinely enjoy doing it.
Yeah, especially me personally, ang rason na gud nga play ko live was back in 2008 I had this first heartache and then kinahanglan ko pagawas akong gibati ba. So ngita kog banda, ngita kog bandmates, ngita kog gig, na-meet na ko ang mga gitarista si E-Boy and then eventually si Andy Calopi. It all started from that. And then later on, nga wala ko, nindot mo din mo perform ka nga masuwat ka maka-express kasi mohang gibati.
Nindot good kay for me like one of the things that I miss the most really is just being in because kami with Rescue here we used to rehearse once a week. Kanang even for like gigs, rehearse lang yun, just kept playing. Anya what I miss are those days we would go to kanang backyard studios.
Oh.
And then we'd go like in the morning. And then we're just there, kanang chilling. And eventually, you know, like slowly people show up. Let's say makauna si Jeremy, niya ako, niya story, niya Makoy, story, and then Jason, like story, and then we get into the studio, and then it's just that whole experience, ba?
Yeah.
It's just fun, and then really a great way to like spend time with friends. That's what I miss the most.
Bitaw.
No. So. Yeah, so kind of you really get something out of it, dude. Even though, kanang especially like I don't know. I was thinking about like when artists saying, struggle, kay ba struggle." And in one way, you're doing what you want. You get to play music, but that's the whole.
Yeah. Like for example, depende man sa purpose sa tao nga motocar ka. So man nga lahi man tag purpose yun, and then each of us has different purpose play music, and I respect other people's purpose. Pero ako, personally, I play because I want to express myself. I want to share my thoughts. And then, sa una, I have this thinking, dapat composition na yun tanan. Lately, medyo maraog medyo marag ning kuan ako ang perception ana. Because karon, when I play solo, I also include cover. Pero dili ng cover nga, kung say popular, I cover songs nga like my favorite songs ba ganahan nako ba, not because kanang ganahan ko mo please mo cover ko kay para ma-please ang audience, but because kaning nga particular song is na-touch ko ning particular song, it speaks to me, so I want to share it to people, especially if kaning nga song sure ko nga kaning mga tawhan wala kay baluan ning kantaha. So it's my own way of introducing songs to people because I love introducing songs to people. That's why sa Facebook siguro ko post og YouTube links.
Yeah, no, but I'll be honest, like, I was looking through your Facebook. There's a lot of artists there nga di ko kaila. Kanang a lot good. Almost all of the ones that you post di ko kaila. And then so it's like a good way for especially now nga I find that it's weird. It's so easy to discover new music, but also it's so hard because there's so much new music. How do you discover music, man? Or do you listen to a lot of music lang?
Now, ako, my favorite style of music, man, good. It falls into this country music and this folk and indie rock, indie pop kind of style. So I gravitate toward those kind of bands. Pero because of Spotify and new release Friday, ako lang siya i-stream like when I'm at the office or lunch. Ako lang siya i-stream ang new release Friday. And then if na ako'y murag maganahan, murag mo pop up nga, nindot ni. Ako lang siya i-take note. Yan, paminawan ako balik as a whole. So, nga na. Pero, lately good ako is, focus ko sa mga releases in country music and indie rock and indie pop. So, if na ako'y ganahan nga artist nga nag-release og new songs, nga, na kilagay ng paminaw, nindot ni siya i-share. Ako siya i-share. But because I also heard a lot of new releases nga murag, wala ra siya ni touch ako ang kuan, so I just leave it there. Kay sa una magod when I was in when I was in high school, I used to do a lot of mixtapes. Kay namo ko friend pod nga hilig sad og music ba.
Just in case there are young people listening. So mixtapes, you would make a playlist and then put them on a cassette tape.
Yeah. And then sa una na limited man ang because of my parents kanang collection, so maka-record ko og na music from my parents' vinyl o my parents' cassettes. And then ako na siyang ihatag sa ako ang classmate, ako ang friend nga hilig sa gingana. And then the next day, maghimo sa siya iyahang mixtape, iya sa ihatag sa cover exchange.
It's just a way to share music.
Oh. Not necessarily brand new music, mga music nga wala pa mi kadungog before ba, or nakadungog na siguro pero kanang naay basta murag enthusiastic lang gibita kang ibay paminawa nakoy bagong tape gihimo no ba paminawa ba especially kaninga
ay so what you're doing online, that's just basically what you've been doing all your life. No,
na-evolve lang siya online.
Well, have you been keeping track of this Vispop controversy?
Actually nakabasa ko ana pero wala lang ko ning comment because I honestly didn't understand sa kanang kung sa kanang both side bitaw wala ko naka sabot on sa Genesis, so I have this thing magod nga dili ko mo comment if I don't understand the concept, so wala ko comment anang duha. Pero when it comes to kanang ang ako lang is for me magod the term Vispop, it's like the term Americana in the US.
It's a genre.
Genre. Americana is a genre, and then recently kay murag there's also this American Music Association. Kana siya nga association kay naka-trademark na siya. So that's actually a kanang murag community ba.
Americana is trademark?
American Music Association, and the term American AMA. And then ang katong the person who coined the term Americana, because before ang kana nga genre was called alt country, alternative country ba. And then alt country was just so murag limited naman siya, murag nakahuna na sila nga because they want to include the blues, the folk, katong mga rootsy kind of music, roots rock, heartland rock into a whole new umbrella. And they cannot call it country music. Dili na matawag nga country because country has its own kanang kuan man. So nangita sila lain term, and then they settled on the term Americana. And then they also pag settle na sa term nga Americana, they also automatically made an association ba, American Music Association. Pero as kanang years go by, ang kana nga term murag man ginagamit sa mga artists, mga journalists nga nahog na siya nga genre ba. So whenever you hear something dili commercial country pero country sounding siya or bluesy or folksy, automatic na siya mga kuana, this is Americana. So parang ako ang Vispop pod as siya small letter V parang ako is kung ay mga Bisaya songs nga kanang nahogan ang category pop music, Bisayan lyrics, pop music. So pwede na ko tawgon og Vispop because there's no other term to call it man. Pero yeah, so mora siya kung makuan nga. Kaya di ba ang issue ana is the idea of kanang public domain nga usage sa term.
Well, we don't have to get into it, but there's a lot of issues unfortunately with this whole thing. It's It's the term. It's that there are certain artists who have complained about not being paid the royalties.
Wala ko idea. No?
There's a bunch of other things because if it's just the term,
Yeah.
I don't think it will be that big a deal ba.
Yeah, kaya parang ako, term, I can, if example, amo ang new single called Kamingaw, written by our guitarist, that's Bisaya.
It would fall under this pop.
Bisaya ang lyrics, ana. And it's not rock. It's very, kanang chill,
popish,
smooth,
acoustic.
Yeah. No, not acoustic. Mura siya
okay.
kanang, sa term na kanang work, 70s style, bitaw. Baby, come back! nga, style, nga, complete with harmony vocals, complete with something like that. So, it would fall, it's pop, and then because the lyrics is Bisaya, so, popular naman ang term nga Vispop, we can call it Vispop as a genre, I think.
Yeah, well, Mona, I was just curious if you had any thoughts about it. Kay, I've spoken to quite a few artists, and yeah, most of it was off the record. They'll give their thoughts about that whole thing. Pero that was before it exploded online, and yeah, started becoming kind of known, ba? No, because nobody really wanted to go on the record. Ayon, yeah, I was just curious. Kay, kato, I talked to Paulo Varela, and yeah, he really kind of fresh off the thing, and he really talked about it, no? Anyway, but I mentioned lagi before we end, because I think 1 hour na ta. I mentioned like I like looking at your online posts, so I went to your Facebook, and yeah, what I was thinking was I'll just scroll through your Facebook and see if there's anything, and then I realized nagsige na kog scroll. Shit, March pa man eh. Like, you post a lot, ba? No? Yeah. So but mine na lang, I found a couple of other things. Like, you have a Twitter. No? Maybe you can just comment on some of these things, no? So, like, because I find, like, listen to your opinions, or it's quite lingaw ba? So, here you said, like, I think are you 30? You just turned 30?
Yeah.
So, here, this is a quote on Twitter. I'm 30, but I'm distancing myself from fellow 30-year-olds who are so jaded they want music to stay stagnant rather than evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I found like sometimes I'll talk to like another old person like my age, and then they'll be like, yeah, but I know. Like the music in the 90s, that was the best. The music now sucked. That's not true though.
Yeah, but I forgot the term. I have this friend from Manila, John Galman. There's this, wala na to siya gikoin nga term, nga kanang bitang mga tao bitaw nga mura og na-stuck sila sa music silang childhood or sa lahang teenage years. And then honestly, nako tendency nga may ana sad nga nindot gito sa ana bitaw. But then again, I realized magod nga that's just my own biases because ang music magod usually ang music sa tong teenage years or katong ang murag,
they're the ones that touch you the most.
They're the ones that touch us the most. Moto ang most stick. So karon, like there's a lot of new music karon. I feel like kung maminaw kas mga pop music karon, kung imag yung paminawan technically ang mga pop music karon, mas better ba siya production wise compare sa pop music hinoon, like i-compare nimo, just my own opinion na i-compare nimo ang Backstreet Boys circa 1999 2000 to say Ariana Grande karon 2018. And then most of them are produced by the same person, like Backstreet Boys, Quit Playing Games, and As Long As You Love Me. They're all Max Martin production. And then Ariana Grande's using not the new one, katong No Tears Left to Cry, something like that. I forget the title. That's also a Max Martin production. Pero kaya mo siya i-compare, paminawan mo side by side, lahi ra kaayo ang katong sa As Long As You Love Me or Quit Playing Games, where simple lang siya flow.
Which were huge hits in the 90s.
And then simple lang kayo flow. Whereas ang katong ka Ariana Grande nga single, nga the same songwriter, the same producer, kuha na kayo siya ba kanang nana siya kanang naay mara siya kanang naay intricate na siya paminawan ba? Dili na siya yung simple lang nga kuha niya. Nala mga changes, dili na bitaw siya yung like if you listen to the intro and then ning CR ka, ning balik ka, ang naabtan nimo ang middle na sa song. So magtuo ka nga lahi na nga song ba? Because lahi na sa duyahang dagan. So para nako ang pop music karon actually mas interesting siya paminawon compare sa kanang 1999-2000. The thing lang is, during that time, kasagaran sa ato ang age nga mga 30 years old, mo to nga times ang ning touch sa to. That's why if you listen to
those are our teenage years.
Yeah, teenage years. Those music, mura og mas na siya mas dako siya emotional attachment kaysa karon. Pero ako mong god, I'm the type of person nga na dili kay ko mo dwell sa nga na ba sa past ba. So I keep on kanang educating myself. I keep on kanang na being on open-minded bitaw. Kay if imo mo kung i-close imong mind to the new styles, to new stuff mo gud, may tabo mo gud ana is gawas nga mas stagnant ka. Kailang work kag mahimo ka work mo bitter ba kang work na music stuff being great for instance.
Yeah, okay. I don't, okay man na, like if you just stop listening to new music, that happens to a lot of people. But like when you start saying
ang imo
murag, that was the like better than now. Murag, I'll draw the line. Like there's a lot of really good music now, and it's not necessarily the fault of the music nga dili ka connect emotionally or whatever, no? Kay like me, like I haven't really listened to a lot of new stuff man in a while, especially after the band stopped.
A great example, no, is there's this new single karon kaning Dua Lipa nga song called Swan Song, I think.
Okay.
Production wise, nindot gid siya. Pero di lang jud ko ka-relate. I-compare sa ako ang friend nga napa siya sa iyang early 20s. Ka-relate gid siya. Ganahan gid siya. Ako maka-appreciate ko sa production sa kanta o sa iyang structure. Pero bisag kung saan ako paminaw bay, di lang ko ka-relate sa kanta. Pero di ko makaingon nga bati gud siya. Di ko makaingon ana because nindot gid siya.
Walang gyud siya ka-connect nimo.
Wala siya ka-connect nako because it's not something kanang na ay mo-join ko ba. Whereas compare sa mga bag-o nga country music karon like Thomas Rhett or Maren Morris, ilaha mga new songs, maka-connect gyapon ko because sa country music man gud is more lyrical man gud siya. So ilaha mga subject matter relatable. All the production wise modern sa ilaha pero lyrics nila is more or less storytelling gyapon ba.
Have you found a lot of people who like kanang country music here in Cebu?
Here in Cebu, ang ako na ilhan is Ben Cinco and Gilbert Chua of Rainbow Fish Photography.
Okay. So sila
those two people actually, si Gilby o si Ben, mano sila ang first nga nailhan gyud nga mga Cebuano when I came here decades ago. Kaya ako mas lang gi-search sa Friendster because at pag-abot ako dire feel ako lonely kay college and diba kay with friends. So
but you're not from here pag yun.
So that time Friendster man tay koan. So sa Friendster akong gi-search Cebu City interest country music. So ninggawas gud ang first two person nga ninggawas is Ben Cinco and Gilbert Chua.
No way, really?
So what akong gi-add and then si Ben eventually nagka-friends mi ni Ben, eventually kanang mahimo ko niya murag songwriting collaborator. So Ben has an EP nga gi-release via Chainsaw gihapon. And then we're currently recording his next EP sa Gark Studio. And then I'm the one kanang co-writing with him. And then same big hilig. Although si Ben is more on the pop country side. Ako kay hilig mo ako kay model na mas hilig mo ko atong pina traditional country good like Hank Williams katong mga katong
the other country musicians that you mentioned. Katong murag more like alternative-ish.
The weird stuff.
The weird stuff. Because I was wondering about that because I remember growing up. I grew up, and you did too, at a time when a lot of people just listened to the same music.
Yeah.
No? And then now, it's very different. Now, everybody has their own
playlist.
Yeah, like music is really siloed now, ba? No? So, if you go to a high school student and then you get 10 of them, and then you ask all of them who their favorite artists are, like their top 5 artists or top 5 musicians or music they listen to, I suspect they will all be different.
Yeah, multi-genre.
Yeah.
That's actually nice karon Kay,
That's a nice thing now, yeah.
Yeah, di ba sa una kabante ka sa una kay kung rocker ka, hip hopper, mga ganyan. But nowadays, especially when you observe ka ng mga young people, kuan gid sila kanang like they're not particular sa genre, they're particular in the mood, like in the vibe of the music ba. So it could be a country song, Thomas Rhett or Maren Morris, and then Ariana Grande. These are different genre, pero kung imo silang put together in a playlist, mura nasa certain vibe ba. So ang mga young people karon, because of Spotify and because of I think the internet, kanang na open na ilang mind to different kinds of music bitaw. So nawala na tong katong murag tribe before.
Yeah, well, in a way, the tribe, the community aspect of it was fun because you get to, like, I remember in high school, nga, we all like the same music, so we all just hung out and we would play the same music all over again. But at the same time, if you wanted something different, lisod yun to find before. No? Like, lisod yun. Like, so a lot of me, I didn't have any older brothers or anything. So in fact, I remember the first music I listened to was really like top 40, no? And then my classmates, they started listening to music, and then I got introduced to like kanang like the rock music in the 90s, so grunge, and then eventually some of the like rap metal stuff.
Yeah.
And no? Which some of it did not age well, in my opinion. No? Pero mo na siya niya. But like if you if you liked a different type of music, you couldn't find it back then. Or at least if you could find it, like you'd be going to the mall and then looking at like CDs, that just randomly picking a CD.
Yeah.
And I found myself doing that a lot. Like not I would look at the mall, look at the CDs, but like I wouldn't buy it because those were expensive, and then I didn't want to spend even the cassette. Like I didn't want to spend 100. Some people were like that. Were you like that? Like you'd spend 100 pesos or something on a band or artist you've never heard of?
Yeah. In fact, sa una pag college, I would save my allowance, and then di ba sa una college, especially in Cebu Doc, mga tao hilig kayo kanang outing. And then some of my friends would invite me in a weekend. Oh, Mike, kuyog ta. So I would decline. And the reason for that is para ang katong money nga akong gasto at ote ako i-save for palit ng tapes sa Odyssey or Curan.
Yeah, ana gid to sa una.
So, mata siya.
One other thing, like another one that I read of yours by sa imong Medium page, and this one I really liked. I actually really liked the article. It's called On Being Offended.
Yeah.
No? So I'll just read this portion of it, huh? In times when I'm in a compromising situation, like stressed, tired, sad, and hear something that offends me, my human nature abandons reason and wants to retaliate. So when that happens, I immediately turn off my mobile data, and then I type a long rant, and when I let it all out, I copy-paste it on my Evernote app, delete my rant on the status bar, drink coffee, and listen to music. Later on, I would read my rant, and thank God I learned to Lincolnize shit up. So it's like a nice little hack when you feel like ranting online, no?
Yeah, because I don't know why, pero kabante ka because sa Facebook kung mura kag saputon or something, mas dali kayo inig-open mo sa na status bar sa Facebook, pas kay ka makasuwat compare sa kanang mo i-open dirt sa Evernote something ana ba. So ako ganahan man jud ko ma-express akong mind, so that's why akong buhaton akong ipangon ang na data kay para type ko pas kayo, press send ana kay di ba siya mo send kay may internet. Ako i-copy paste ibutan ako sa Evernote. And then the reason nga ako na siya ibutan sa Evernote, din ako i-delete lang is because usaay man god there are instances man god nga na ako yung mga ideas atong akong grant nga magamit nako in a song or in another article siguro or whatever. So ako na siya i-keep for prosperity.
Yeah, but then also you're not spreading the negative vibes online, which there's a lot of.
Kay para nako magod discipline naman ginagod. because na-notice na ko o sa may makuha nimo if di ba like na-offend ka something and then dito din ka og post and then in the end later nakaka-realize nga oy murag bati mo nito pero wala wahi na kay daghanay react daghanay na suko so para nako mo good is na before you post anything sa social media you have to really think hard kung kana nga imong gi-post kana nga imong thought is nakahatag mo ng value sa ubang tao or nakahatag na siya kanang kasakit dugang nga tao.
Mo bitaw like you notice like sometimes you know how sometimes people say like they get for the social media is this thing we're kind of addicted to, but at the same time studies showing you're not happier using it, huh?
Yeah.
Like kanang you can see other people's like best life, the highlights, and then what happens is the reaction is sometimes you feel sorry na noon for yourself, even though you might have a perfectly fine life. It's perfectly nice. You're not hungry, begging for food or anything.
Yeah, because human nature, mar magagma say term ana kanang murag masin murag ma-jealous ba.
Ma-compare nimo.
Ma-compare nimo. The reason nga nasulti na ako nasa katong Medium article no was because I used to be like that. Nga if ma-offend ko kay social media, post din sa Facebook, and then later on erase on. Then namte one time nga wahay na ko ning erase ba. Ako ang friend is nakabasa na yakong gi-rebuke sa through kanang messenger. So dito ko naka-think hard ko bitaw no. Ana so mato nga later on nakahuna ko nga murag maglisod man ko control sa akong self type. So akong button is ako na lay off ang mobile data para
where you let it out.
I let it out and then di siya ma-send. Akong i-paste sa Evernote. Later on akong basahon sa ay makay ko nga mayor gid nga man ako ni ma-post. And then sa makita kog idea, ako siyang imo ang song or whatever. So ingana, di ko siya ingon og kanang nya. Kaya ka na mga, I learned all those through experience naman sa good. Di man sa lingon ka lang na ay, alam ko na as if nga automatic, so, I learned it the hard way, so.
Yeah, di kay, especially with like, we're in, the world that we live in right now, ba, a lot of it is on the internet. The fact is, it's all very new.
Yeah.
No? It's very new. Like, I've been a Facebook user, if you think about it, for like 10 years. Which that's a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's not long ba. And then a lot of us don't really know yet how to approach social media, how to approach like what to post, and so I really think about that. Like, so even the ones that I follow, I'll notice like I'll follow. Like me, I lately I've been getting into cycling, so I'll follow like cycling Instagram accounts just because I like to look at nice bikes, and then it just makes me feel happy. Like, ano ba? So I'm very like aware of what makes me feel happy and what makes me kadang angry, envious, or just puts my mood down. Yeah. Then I notice good that there are certain people sometimes when I just see their name online, murag. I have a negative reaction. Like, I know good. And then I realize, this is not good for me. They're not doing anything to me. I have nothing to do with them. But then, I have a negative reaction, so it's not good for me. So what I do is I just unfollow them or I block them without, they have no, what's the sana ko ha?
Oh.
But like, walang. And it just makes me feel better. Ngayon nga na. And I think we should be aware of those things ba?
Ito.
No? Well, we can end on this one. So one last tweet nemo. So I miss the simple life. I want to go back to the country. A small house with books and records is enough for me and a personal PC as opposed to a tablet. So the internet usage will be limited.
Yeah. Actually, tungod kay I grew up in a small town, in Alicia, Bohol. And I don't know, I don't want to go home because my livelihood is here. Pero murag nagka-longing bitaw nga na somehow mas I think mas ganahan ko nga like mapuyo somewhere nga kanang di pa yo bukid kaayo pero rural ba,
simpler,
yeah, simple ba.
Yeah, but you you live here in the city. Like, you're in the middle of the city, di ba?
Yeah, ang capital.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you are in the middle of of Cebu City.
Yeah. So,
In one way, it's nice, man, sad, kay,
mm,
everything's here ba?
yeah,
Pero I imagine it must be noisy in every aspect.
yeah, i-compare nimo like karon igmata na ko ang ako ang amo greet sa ko kay traffic or kanang kuan sa mga sakyanan or ambulansya kay daw sa hospital. Whereas sa bukid sa among balay mata na ko kay peaceful, and then usually ni mata na ko magawas sa amo magawas ko mato ko malingkod ko sa front porch, and then kanang bitang malingkod mahinuktok lang ka nya foggy ay mamakitan sa tubangan kay di mo makitaan ang mga kasagingan o katong balay sa unahan kay tungod kanay fog kanang bitaw, and then nga na lagod niya templa kag kape nya kanang before ka mo do anything maka-relax ka ba, and then kanang kuan siya and then ang baho sa hangin kay dili siya ingon og kanang kuan pero kay buntag sayo pa mo ang silingan kay ang uban kay manilhig, and then I don't know ano sa bukid ila mang sunogon ang kanang dahon bitaw, and then asay ang smell basta kanang ang nagi siya particular smell bitaw nga mura og nindot siya sa feeling compare sa kanang sa city nga nigawas nimo sa ubos ang mo tagbo nimo kay smell sa tambutso.
It's a different smoke.
Yes, different smoke.
Well, I think it's a good place. Do you wanna add anything? Is there anything you wanna say?
Ano man about?
Oh, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Kuan lang. Ako lang siguro nga kasulti no with regards to social media is kanang we should try to discipline ourselves nga kanang dilita mag add og negativity sa world bitaw.
Yeah, but you're a heavy social media user,
Yeah.
I feel.
Okay, magina na notice nako especially lately nga if somebody would post something and you don't agree with it, either imong awayon na siya or basta ka lang alam bitaw nga murag nawala na ang civilized conversation ba, nawala na ang civility bitaw, nawala na ang kanang na ay respectful nga pag-disagree sa imong isikataw.
Like in social media, like you'll see people post something that they would never say in front of another person in real life.
Kanang nga na. So, para nako manggod, social media is good. Facebook is good, Twitter is good. Pero we have to use it responsibly. And then as much as possible, we have to use it kanang na ay to spread aside from good vibes kanang ato ang own nga like value ba, so ato lang likayan nga mo spread ta og dugang nga negativity because na ay kuan man god in the long run man god at sa karon ma-feel good ta ana, pero in the long run is that would just create much more division man god.
It's not contributing sad to
It's not contributing to society.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good way to end. But where can people find you online?
You can find me on Facebook. Just add Michael Anthony Curan. Just search that. Curan. You can also like our band page, The Difficult Stranger, and Change the Records, our record label. And you can search our music on thedifficultstranger.bandcamp.com. And you can add me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @AnthonyCuran. And then, actually, I have a blog sa WordPress. If ganahan mo, it's called curantalks.wordpress.com.
Great. I'll link to that in the show notes.
Not really rant, but kung nakoy mga ideas nga ganahan ko i-share rather than share it sa, especially kung long term ba, taas, rather than sa Facebook status, kaya ito nako i-post. And ang ako lang purpose is wala lang para lang maka-express ko sa ako ang self publicly, but not too public. That's why that's why panagsara kayo nako kanang share ang ako ang blog sa akong Facebook. Kuan na siya ba?
Well, it's good to get your bitaw. I find man like writing is very therapeutic in a way. No?
I actually do kanang journaling.
Daily journal.
Yeah.
You do bitaw. You still do that?
Yeah, I still do that. Not really kanang yung stricto gyud nga dapat everyday kay 3 pages or kuan, not necessarily like that. Like ako lang is iligmatan ako sa buntag. I jot down what I'm grateful for, ano daw. And then, kagabi, kay Morag, ako lang, gamay reflection lagod. Dili ko siya ingog taas nga, kuan. Ang ako lang yung purpose, ana, is, para bitaw, maka-reflect bitaw ka.
Wait. So, every day, you wake up in the morning, you write what you're grateful for.
Yeah, after ko diba, like I said before, ganina, lingmatan lang ko, di pa kong bakod na yun.
Yeah, when you get up na ba?
Yeah, when you get up na ko, yeah, I have to kanang, write what I'm grateful for, and then mga frustrations that.
Okay, so you write what you're grateful for, what you're frustrated about, and
then because I'm a Christian, magpray ana.
And you put a prayer or
no, magpray.
You just pray. Okay.
And afterwards, ini kagabi ako ang i-review og unsa nahitabo na ko sa akong life that day, and then
you write it down also, like more or less what happened,
including those kanang thoughts nga dili nga i-share. You have those thoughts in your head bitaw. Ako na siya
because the journaling, it's just for you. God forbid somebody else reads it.
Ako na siya isulat. And then on weekends, ako maghimo din ko og kanang na calendar for the week, especially sa nature sa akong ang job. Nga kailangan jud na i-organize nimo imong calendar para di magkapatong-patong yung appointment kay I tried that before nga nakalimot ko nga nalay ko appointment ali nga time. Wala ko
important yun.
Add to because wala na tawag na miss na ko ba.
I mentioned to you that me and my wife we use Google Calendar. So she has her life and my life are very much like, not every day is very different. When there are certain events like parties or dinners or lunches or whatever that we go to together. So we make it a point to update the calendar. She looks at my calendar good to check if there's something that we're gonna do together. Somebody asks us if we can go. She looks at my calendar if I'm free. Okay, so she has access to my Google Calendar.
I used to do that kanang analog kanang planner ba. Pero sukat atong time nga na mess up ko og appointment kay malagi to na wa ko kabante sa akong kuan. So karon digital na ako ang when it comes to calendar, digital na siya.
What do you use?
Dili siya Google kaning S Planner something.
Okay, S Planner?
Yeah. Okay, para na simple na siya ba. And then if nakoy ka ng appointment, di ba naman time, ba't nga pwede na alarm?
Like 30 minutes before, 1 hour before.
For me, not 30 minutes ako, is mga 10 minutes lang because most of my appointments kay near the office. Kaya para lang yun, di na ma-miss ba? So,
I think if we acknowledge that we're not perfect ba? So if we get the help. How does the journaling help you though? Because I know that journaling in general is very good for you.
Kuan, ma-compare gud nako no, since I've done journaling kanang clarity sa mind, because sa una I used to do journal sa una pero dili gyapon honest kay when you first start writing man god journaling, murag di man jud ka ana yung ma-honest diretso kay murag magyapon bisan pagkabaw ka nga para imo na magyapon ka reservation, and then later on yung suwat mura og confident na kagamay, so imo nang ibutang tanan. And then para nako journaling would only works if you actually read your journal afterwards gyapon.
So that's what you do in the evenings.
So in the evenings akong basahon akong journal, and then ako i-note nga mo din nahimo din ako ganina or kuan nya kanang kuan lang, o if tan-aw nako unsay mga negative gana didto, unsay mga kuan ako siya i-take note, and then I would try my best to not do it again. Pero because of that nga practice good, what I noticed ako myself is more kanang clarity of the mind ba nga kaysa una man good, like ako ang habit kay anything goes lang bitaw. But since that kanang kuan nga ako nang tanan akong thoughts akong kuan, at least ako control, like for example makahunahon that the great example is katong sa social media nga na ay akong pagngon ang mobile data. nakahuna-una ko na because of that nga sige ko og kanang ay read sa kong journal nga nakadana ko nga. So what's the best way? So nakanotice because of that dito ko nakanotice nga mas kanang makafeel ko power kung masuko ko dito din ko status bar sa Facebook. So what's the best way nga makontrol nako ni kay maglisod man ko control nga ali lang ko mag-post man jud ko. So what's the best way? So that made me think pagnon ang mobile
data.
And my cell phone is sayon naman kay pagpawong sa mobile data sa akong cellphone. So pag on sa akong Facebook pagnon lang
no, because I feel like it's important because kanang a lot of us I feel like it's very easy to fall into the trap of just floating through life.
Yeah.
And then kanang just being brought on by the current that is everyday life. And then if we don't live like a purposeful life or a life na murag we're trying to become better versions of ourselves ba?
Yeah.
Like that's a real thing.
Yeah. Actually, kani siya sad nga concept bag-up naka-learn ko na actually just mga when I started working. Kay actually pag college pa ko nanay sig advice nga journal and especially when I was in college kay I'm very active in our campus ministry, the Philippine Student Alliance Lay Movement or SAM. And then one of the kanang practices nga gina-recommend per me is to have your journal and then na reflection bitaw. But
college is a weird time. College is a time where you're super new. Like you're really young, but you don't feel really young.
Yeah.
And then you feel like you know everything in a way.
Oh, good.
No?
And also reading. Actually, because when I was in college, even 10 years ago, during the Rescue Hero days, I have this, although murag kog humble tan-awan, pero actually in my mind, murag kog, I'm thinking nga, di na ko minon nimo because I'm better than you, bitaw.
Yeah.
But it's very humbling because pag graduate gud nako og college, once nga nana ko sa workplace, dito ko naka-realize nga I know nothing. I know nothing. I have a lot to learn. And it's better for you to be the dumbest person in the room than to be the smartest person in the room. Because if you kanang humble yourself and then imuhang treat yourself as the dumbest person in the room, and then you would just kanang absorb the knowledge of the people around you na kanang naay di siya lisod especially kung gikan ka og kanang medyo elitist nga mindset or kaning kuan nga mindset, di siya lisod, dili siya sayon nga buhatan na. Pero eventually kanang naay naka-learn na jud ko to humble myself, and it's actually kanang nindot nga lifestyle ba to just kanang naay keep learning. So dito ko kay sa una magud kay malagi ka mura kag tungod siguro pag insecure ka sa una, so di ka pa, so if mura og kung sutaon ka, kung correctional ka, kay masuko din ka, kay lagi koan. Pero karon, thank God kanang nakat-on na jud ko og kanang koan, nakat-on na jud ko og adulting. So I now learn to humble myself and just kanang absorb the knowledge of other people, and then kanang di ka mo dismiss ba, like kung na someone nga mo share na mag-advice or something, dili na mo dismiss dito nga bati na siya, dili na mo dismiss dayon. You have to kanang listen to that person, and then reflect ba kung
you don't have to agree with the person.
You don't have to agree, but maminaw ka niya, and then reflect kung that advice has value sa imuha or wala.
Because like, why did that person say this? What is their worldview? What perspective do they have? What do they know that I don't?
Yeah. Especially kung taon ka sa correctional ka sa kanang personally gibitaw nga Mike kanang ayon na labuhata kay ko ana di ba ang imuhang kanang instinct kay mo ana man ka nga kisa man ka ngano imo ko nga naon nga kuan man ka ana ba di ba nga naman ng instinct. Whereas kung correctional kag someone, regardless kung constructive iyang criticism or dili, na kay usually especially kung dili constructive ang iyang criticism, kay ma-hurt din ta. Of course ma-hurt man gid ta kay we're humans. Pero ako lately I've learned nga if someone would criticize me, rather than mo mo respect dayon ko. Ako sang hunaon og ngano nga nakasulti to siya nga about sa ako ay ngani. Kung kato yang gisulti is na ba merit or wala kay who knows basin tay og kanang mao gito nakita niya sa akong self ba. So ako sa siyang hunaon ngano nakasulti nakaingon siya ani. So inag-reflect ni mga bitaw no basin og ingani jud siguro ko and then akong mosulti ko sa mga friend nga bay kasi man nantadaon ako ana kuan yeah if mo agree sila nga sa kato nga person so bitaw no I need to change that but if after much reflection makaingon ko nga sayop man gud siya ako okay raman so I have to kanang kuan I have to stay who I am and then dila sa to ko awayon pero kanang yala ba dapat maminaw ka sa isulti sa lang.
It's a way to get better at being yourself, mansad, because like listening to other people, and then also I realized like katong you're one of those people nga murag all kanang lifetime learners.
Actually,
always. I think when I met up with you in the coffee shop, you were reading a book. What is this? This book? Was it this book?
Yes, that book.
I think I have this book. It's not how good you are; it's how good you want to be.
Yeah.
No? But you're always. I think you're always reading. You're listening to podcasts.
Yeah, kay lately because I get bored easily. So sa office, if in between times, in between appointments or in between koan, so magbasa ko libro and then during lunchtime either mamino ko podcast or mamino ko music because para dili sad masayang imong time ba.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's a good place to end by. Thank you so much for.
Thank you, Sad.
Doing the podcast.
Thank you, Sad Carl. It's been a long time
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. That's the one of my selfish reasons to do the podcast, man. It's just to hang out with people, ba.
Yeah.
Sige, I'll turn it off, huh?
Yeah, right.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed that episode with Michael Anthony Curan. I was surprised by how that interview went. I didn't think we'd be spending so much time on how to live a life in the internet age. But that's the beauty of these interviews. I never really know where it's going to go. So thanks, Michael Anthony Curan, Michael, for doing the podcast. Thank you, Qube Gallery and Destination Specialist for sponsoring the podcast. The music from this podcast is Piano March by Audionautics. If you want to support the show, yes, you, the listener, here are the best ways to support the show. You can become a Patreon subscriber. Head on over to patreon.com/032. That's 032 in letters. Or you can buy 032 merchandise at the Assembly online. Or you can share this episode on social media. And if you enjoyed this episode and want more evergreen type content or content that with the hopes of making or learning stuff or making you a better person, making you a better version of yourself, I try to release content like that every Monday called Monday Musings. You can check it out. You can subscribe to it. It's a weekly newsletter. You can go to 032.com/Monday. That's 032 in letters.com/Monday. And there's a sample Monday Musings there. And then if that's your thing, you can subscribe. Okay, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Hey, Matty, why don't you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.